Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something right now. People don't just want words from you, they want truth from you. They want to hear the kind of honesty that stands up straight, looks them in the eye, and speaks with a backbone. Not wobbling, not stuttering, not hiding. People can feel when your heart is on mute, and they can feel when it's finally telling the truth. What they want to hear from you is not perfection, it's clarity. They want your voice to match your actions. People want honesty delivered with confidence, not fear, hesitation, or confusion. And this type of honesty is something you can feel long before you ever hear it. When someone speaks with confidence, the message carries a weight that settles differently inside you. It doesn't shake, it doesn't wobble, and it doesn't sound like it's being shaped to please people. Real honesty, the kind people crave, is solid, steady, and grounded. It's the difference between someone telling you what they think you want to hear and someone telling you what you need to hear. And when a person finally hears the truth delivered with confidence, it doesn't just inform them. It reassures them. It tells them, you can trust me. You can rely on me. You can believe in what I say. Most people aren't afraid of the truth itself. They're afraid of the way the truth is sometimes delivered. Truth without confidence feels like uncertainty. It feels like you're guessing, like you're trying, like you're hoping it lands right. But truth with confidence feels like stability. It feels like a solid bridge they can walk across without worrying about whether it'll collapse in the middle. That's why people want honesty that's strong, not shaky. People also respond differently when honesty is spoken with courage instead of fear. Fear makes your voice small, your message tangled, and your intentions blurry. When you're afraid to be honest, you hold back, hoping the softened version of the truth will somehow be easier for someone else to receive. But the opposite usually happens. The moment you hesitate, people sense it. They can hear the cracks in your tone. They can feel that you're filtering, adjusting, hiding. And when they sense that, trust starts slipping, confidence in you starts fading. People want you to have enough courage to say what's real, even when it's uncomfortable, because courage communicates respect. It tells the other person that they deserve the truth, not a diluted version of it. Another reason honesty with confidence matters so much is because it shows that you are rooted in your values. When you stand firmly in what you believe, you speak differently. You don't need to raise your voice. You don't need to convince anyone. You don't need to oversell your point. It's the steadiness that makes your honesty powerful. That steadiness is what makes people trust you, follow you, and stay connected to you. When you speak from a place of values, your words carry conviction instead of pressure. People can feel the difference. And finally, honesty with confidence creates emotional safety. It lets people relax around you. It lets them open up. It lets them know that you mean what you say and say what you mean. Nobody wants to guess your intentions. Nobody wants to decode your tone. They want clarity, certainty, and authenticity. When you speak honestly, with strength and confidence. You're not just giving information, you're giving people the security of knowing exactly where you stand. That is why honesty delivered boldly is not just something people want. It's something they deeply need. Appreciation is one of the deepest emotional needs every human being carries, yet it's also one of the things people receive the least. When someone feels appreciated, it changes the way they show up, the way they give, the way they love, and the way they trust. People want to hear appreciation because it reassures them that their presence matters, that their efforts aren't invisible, and that their sacrifices aren't being taken for granted. Most people give so much more than they ever talk about: support, patience, loyalty, time, energy, and deep down they're hoping someone notices. Appreciation is not about flattery. It's about acknowledgement. It's about saying, I see what you do, I see who you are, and I value it. That one message alone can heal tired hearts and strengthen weak connections. When people don't hear appreciation, they start to withdraw. They start to question themselves. They start to wonder if what they bring to the table holds any real value. This is why appreciation is so powerful. It fills emotional spaces that doubt tries to occupy. It reminds someone that they matter, not just in general, but to you. And when a person hears that they matter, something inside them wakes up. Their confidence rises. Their willingness to give grows. Their connection to you deepens. Appreciation doesn't just make someone feel good, it inspires them to keep showing up as the best version of themselves. People also want appreciation that is specific, not generic. Anyone can say thanks, but it takes attention and sincerity to say, I appreciate the way you listen to me when I'm stressed, or I appreciate how hard you work even when things get tough, or I appreciate the patience you've had with me. Specific appreciation tells someone that you truly notice the details of who they are. It tells them that you're not complimenting out of habit, you're appreciating out of awareness. And awareness feels like love. Another reason appreciation matters is because it builds trust. When someone hears words that reflect their worth, they feel safe with you. They feel understood. They feel respected. Appreciation affirms the relationship and eliminates unnecessary doubts or insecurities. It creates a foundation where people feel welcomed, not tolerated. People stay where they feel valued. People give where they feel seen. People love where they feel appreciated. Real appreciation also requires humility because it means acknowledging that someone has added something meaningful to your life. It means recognizing that they've contributed in ways you couldn't have done alone. A lot of people struggle to express appreciation because they think it makes them look weak or dependent, but the truth is the opposite. Expressing appreciation makes you stronger, more connected, and more emotionally intelligent. It shows maturity, it shows gratitude, it shows emotional courage. And finally, appreciation has the ability to transform relationships instantly. With just a few sincere words, you can lift someone's spirit, restore someone's confidence, or repair a connection that's been strained. Appreciation is one of the simplest things to give, yet one of the most powerful things to receive. And that is why people want to hear it, not because they're needy, but because they're human. Clarity is one of the greatest gifts you can offer another person, because clarity removes the guessing, the overthinking, and the emotional confusion that so many people silently struggle with. When people hear clear communication, clear feelings, clear needs, clear expectations, they immediately feel more grounded. They don't have to read between the lines or decode your behavior. They don't have to wonder what you meant or question whether they did something wrong. Clarity creates calm, and calm creates confidence. Most conflict in relationships doesn't come from bad intentions. It comes from unclear communication. When you don't express what you truly feel, people will fill in the blanks with their own fears. When you don't express what you need, people will assume you're fine. And when you don't express your expectations, people will make up their own rules. This is why clarity is not optional. It is essential. People want to hear what you feel because it tells them where you stand emotionally. Feelings that go unspoken turn into misunderstandings, and misunderstandings turn into distance. When you clearly say, "This hurt me," "This made me happy," "This bothered me," or "This made me feel appreciated," you create emotional transparency. That transparency helps people understand how to treat you, how to support you, and how to connect with you without guessing. Most people aren't mind readers. They don't know what sits in your chest unless you speak it. And when you do, it opens a door for them to meet your emotions instead of missing them. People also want clarity about what you need, because needs are the foundation of healthy relationships. You can't assume someone knows what you require to feel secure, respected, or loved. One of the biggest reasons people feel unloved is because they never explain what love looks like to them. They hope the other person will figure it out through observation, but clarity is far more powerful than silent expectations. When you clearly express your needs, whether it's communication, affection, space, consistency, honesty, or reassurance, you are giving the other person a roadmap. You're not leaving them blindfolded, walking through your emotional world, guessing which direction to go. Expectations are another area where clarity is absolutely necessary. Unspoken expectations become hidden resentment. When someone doesn't know what you expect, they can't meet those expectations, even if they care deeply about you. But when you clearly express what you expect from the relationship, from communication, from respect, from effort, you remove confusion before it ever has a chance to grow. Clear expectations help people understand